power has a way of slipping, first slowly, then all at once. For Jair Bolsonaro, once known as the Trump of the tropics, that slip has become a free fall. Fresh accusations claim Bolsonaro and his son Eduardo plotted to flee to Argentina. The evidence was found on Bolsonaro's mobile phone, and it's a discovery that feels ripped from a political thriller. And now Bolsonaro's empire of defiance teeters on collapse. The arc of his downfall is etched in contradictions, and his legacy, once written in power, risks being sealed in disgrace. Here's more on the latest.
In Brazil, storm clouds over Jair Bolsonaro are darkening once again. The former president and his son, Eduardo, now face explosive allegations. Obstruction of justice at the highest level. Federal police say Bolsonaro, accused of plotting a coup after his 2022 election defeat, tried to sabotage his own trial. And this time, investigators claim to have found the smoking gun inside Bolsonaro's very own mobile phone. A draft letter, 33 pages, addressed directly to Argentina's President Javier Milei. In it, Bolsonaro begs for political asylum. He claims he is being persecuted at home and fears for his life.
I, Jair Bolsonaro, request political asylum from Your Excellency in the Republic of Argentina, under an urgent regime, as I find myself in a situation of political persecution in Brazil and fear for my life.
The revelation comes less than 2 weeks before Brazil's Supreme Court begins the final phase of his coup trial. The timing devastating, the pressure mounting, and the stakes are higher than ever. Bolsonaro has denied conspiring to overturn his 2022 election loss. He has questioned the fairness of the proceedings against him, and he had previously said that he can never leave his country.
I've never considered leaving the country. Never. This process I'm going through is political. It's not a normal process. They want to completely eliminate me from next year's political game. I'm the only one here in Brazil, according to polls, who could beat Lula. The others are within the margin of error or lose.
But evidence from the police says otherwise. The letter, police say, was last modified in February, just days after Bolsonaro was forced to surrender his passport. To investigators, it proves intent, that Brazil's former president was already preparing to escape justice. And then comes the son, Eduardo Bolsonaro, a sitting congressman, but living in the US since February. The police accuse him of lobbying the Trump administration on his father's behalf. They say he begged for pressure from the US and demanded support. The plot thickens here. According to the police report, the father-son duo exchanged frantic, bitter messages. Eduardo warned his father and told him that only Trump's pressure can save him from prison. And he reminded him that he has got the most powerful man in the world by his side. The most powerful man in the world is on your side. We did our part. You won't have time to reverse the situation if the guy here turns his back on you. Everything here is very touchy. Every little thing affects you. Trump delivered soon after. 50% tariffs slapped on Brazilian exports. Visas revoked for 8 Supreme Court justices. The weight of Washington suddenly tilted in Bolsonaro's favor. Police say these were no coincidences but consequences of Eduardo's lobbying. All this piles onto the charges Bolsonaro already faces that he indicted protests to block the 2022 election results. That he encouraged mobs who stormed government buildings in 2023, and that he plotted, from the shadows, to overturn the current Brazilian president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's victory. The judge overseeing Bolsonaro's trial has now given him 48 hours to explain the letter. As of now, Bolsonaro remains under house arrest, banned from social media, barred from contacting his son. The noose, both legal and political, is tightening. The coup trial begins September 2nd. It will run for 10 days. And at the end of it, the 5 Supreme Court justices will decide Bolsonaro's fate. If convicted, he could face up to 40 years in prison. Bolsonaro believes his fate has already been written. He believes he is being eliminated before the 2026 elections. Jair Bolsonaro is no longer just battling a trial. He is battling time, evidence, and judgment of history. From president to a possible fugitive, his journey now reads like a manifesto of downfall.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhão.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.